Uh, Here I'm briefly presenting Vicat HDT testing machine from AHP Plastik Makina. Uh, Machine includes the carrier for samples. The number of stations will be according to the customer request. Sensors for reading the displacement. The resolution for reading the displacement is 0.001 millimeter. The sample placement fixtures, two stations for HDT, heat deflection temperature, and the middle point is for placing the sample for Vicat testing. The sample carrier, it has a pneumatic elevator for taking out the sample stations. Here you have sensors, and the moving of sensors is like this. You have the rod. The two types of heads for Vicat is this one. This is the head for Vicat testing, and you need to put it here to install on the rod for like this. You can also open and change the needle easily. The cross section of this needle is 1 millimeter square as per standard. You can easily open this set screw and change this Vicat needle. Yeah. Also, you have another type of head for HDT testing, heat deflection temperature. You can easily change it. Here in the front panel, you have the stirrer speed. You have stirrer here for the homogeneous temperature of the oil inside the bath. You can easily turn on and off and adjust the speed of the stirrer here. You have a pneumatic elevator key here. You have over temperature protection. It's the thermostat for controlling the maximum temperature of the heating element in case of failures and electronic parts. Here in the back side of the machine, you will see connections for the cooling water. Inside the bath is the cooling system. You need to connect the cooling water for cooling of the oil inside the bath for the next test to be started faster. Cooling water inlet and outlet, and here is the drain for the drain of the oil in the bath. In the back panel, you have easy access to heating elements. You have two flange type heating elements. You can easily replace it here. You have sensor for reading the temperature of the oil bath. You have the hydraulic plumbing for the cooling water, and also you have automatic valve, solenoid valve for controlling the cooling water inlet here. For the start of the test, you need to fill the oil with silicone oil with the viscosity of 100. It is the most proper liquid for testing. You need to fill the bath with the silicone oil, and you have mark here. The minimum marking is enough for filling to cover the samples that you will put in the sample holder here. Then when you're filling, you need to check the level of the oil using this rod, and it should pass the minimum here, the minimum marking on this rod, and you can easily fill the oil of the bath. Yes, and I'm going to show you how to start the test, Vicat testing. Machine has USB connection. The control panel is in the right side, and you have a cable, USB cable, to connect the software to the machine. It's fully computerized. And the software is like this. You have parameter pages. You can set the temperature and rate of the temperature increase here, and general sample parameters will be put here. You have two stations for this specific model. Station 1, you have the graph including data for temperature, time and displacement of the sensor 1. You have two parameter named VST, Vicat softening temperature, and heat deflection temperature here. After the finish of the test, you can easily read the data of the graph here and put the set and read the values for VST or HDT for that specific channel here. You have setting page, calibration of the sensors, and tuning of the temperature, calibration of the temperature. All parameters are here in the setting page. On the right side, you have displacement of two sensors, and you have control of the cooling water, and all data you will have in the software. Yes, I'm going to start. First of all, for example, for Vicat testing, you will need this Vicat head here. You will put the rod here, and from the bottom side you need to assemble it here on the rod. Then tighten this set screw. Yes, like this. And the sample of the Vicat testing, the dimension and thickness is defined in the standard. You will put in the middle section like this. Yes. For the second sample, if you have sample, you can put the second sample. I just have one sample here. You have gauge blocks for calibration of the sensor. I'm showing you how to do that. I'm putting, for example, the weight here in this rod. Yes. Then I'm checking the thickness for these blocks. The thickness of these blocks, 3 blocks together, is 6.14, or this section, yeah, it is 6.4, 6.13. I'm putting it here. You see the right one is sensor. I'm showing you which sensor is this. It is sensor 1. The right one is sensor 1. You have the data of sensor 1 here. I'm using this thickness for the first point calibration, and the second thickness is 4 of these blocks together is 8.3. For the second point is 8.3. Now what we will do is like this. You will put 3 of these thickness blocks, yeah. Tighten the screw. Yes. This is now. Remove the blocks and click on register 1. Yes. And for the second calibration point, I'm putting 4 of these blocks together. The thickness is 8.3. Yes. And this is the second point. And now the displacement of the value for the displacement of the first point is going to be calibrated. You can double check. The displacement will be calibrated. Okay. After calibration is done for the sensor, you will start the measurement. Now I also put the sample there in the middle of the sample holder. When you're going to start the measurement, you will use the first gauge block that you use for calibration. You will put it just beneath the sensor, move the sensor down, tighten it, remove the gauge block like this. Yes, remove the gauge block, and this is the start of the measurement point. I'm just I'm just turning on the steering here, adjust the speed. You see the circulation of the liquid inside the bath. Then go down. Now we can, after about 5 minutes, you can start the test. Set the set point temperature to a value higher than the Vicat softening point of the material we're going to test. For example, if it's 100, you can set the temperature 120, 130. Now it's 150. The rate is defined in the standards here. For example, ISO 75 is for plastics, Vicat temperature determination. Vicat is here. This is heat deflection. Vicat is ISO 306. You can see here the sample. Test specimen thickness need to be 3 millimeter to 6.5 millimeter, and the at least 10 by 10 square or diameter will be the dimensions of the sample piece for the Vicat measurement. And the heating rate based on the method that you selected for the test could be either 50 centigrade per hour or 120 degrees centigrade per hour. That is here. For example, this one, you can select the unit of degrees Celsius per minute, and the value will be 0.83. For the rate of 50 degrees centigrade per hour, the value will be 0.83 degrees centigrade per minute. And after setting these parameters, you can start the test. Now I'm on displacement 1, station 1. When you start the test, the graph value for the displacement will be 0. The temperature, and you see it's showing wrong. The temperature start raising. Stirrer is working, and you can easily adjust the levels here. You can set the vertical axis to auto scale, automatically changing the axis, or maybe you want to set it to at an specified value. 0 to 1 millimeter for displacement. The temperature is up to 300, and you can also set the time scale to auto scale. You will see the graph. The blue will be temperature, the red will be displacement of the sensor. After finishing the test, you can analyze the graph and define the VST or HDT based on the method and the sample that you used for testing. And at the end, you will have the report in the Microsoft Office, Word, You can you can also have the report in PDF format and so on. It's very easy to use. And for the Vicat testing, you will have samples like this. I'm showing you another type of sample piece like this. It's a rectangular sample piece. And you have three methods for testing. For the nominal surface stress based on the material, you will choose one of these methods. You will calculate the weight for each of these methods for the sample and thickness that you're going to test. And here you have the sample dimensions. Here, if you're going to do the test flat-wise position or edge-wise position, you have two sample sizes. And here, for the two types of testing, you will see for different width of the specimen, you will see the standard deflection that is needed to stop the test. After the deflection will catch these values, you can stop the test and measure the value, the heat deflection temperature, based on the graph and data that you gather from the machine. And it's very easy to do the test. Vicat softening point and heat deflection temperature using the HDT Vicat tester from AHP Plastik Makina from Turkey. Thank you.